Alright guys, welcome to the first Patreon critique. This is gonna be hopefully a monthly reward where you can submit your artwork, and I'm gonna try and go over the artwork and point out stuff that you can improve, stuff you got wrong, and maybe do a little bit of paint over if needed. So for the first one, we got this artwork by Hithra on Discord, and this is supposed to be from her. So this is her OC, and this is supposed to be some kind of a scene from, not sure, maybe a comic. I think she's in a graveyard and dead father, maybe, I'm not sure, but this is what I got. She got a couple of good critiques on Discord as well. You can join the server, people are really helpful there. So she got a couple of good critiques and paint over there, so try and see what I can improve here. So I'm gonna treat this the way I treat students' work. So I'm gonna point out mistakes that needs to be fixed, and then we can go over on how to actually achieve that. So the first thing I would say, number one, is so I think let's point out the good stuff first. So you're really good at drawing, so you got that. Like you're there's a little bit of mistakes, but overall, like, this is good. So yeah, that's number one. So fixing stuff shouldn't be that hard. I still think that you're trying to figure out the style. There is still big potential. So if we remove the colors, the way I see it is that the ink work is good. Colors need a little bit more practice. So we can go over that later. But number one, the most annoying thing I see is the background. It's very bad. Okay, this is very bad. So this is why it's very annoying when you spend a lot of time on drawing and trying to render the character, and you end up with this like very what do you call it? Very lazy background. Even like, okay, if you get this background and you apply filter and motion blur to it, that could work. So I have no idea why you decided to go with this one. So we can maybe fix this. I grabbed on the side a little bit of references as well. So I'm not sure if this is like part of a comic or like this panel is followed by other stuff, but you can definitely improve the quality of the background. That will make the whole thing much better. Especially that you mentioned that this is a sci-fi setting, so maybe we can do something about that as well. So background also, so technically it's the rain, and we got this as well. What do you call these? Like the rain droplets on the umbrella. So these are like very ugly as well. So a good way to do these is by looking at some of like anime and how they do it in how do they what do you call it, like stylize the rain there. Just copy what they do. It's perfect. So background, maybe we go rain. All right, number two is so there's a couple of mistakes in the character, but I think number two would be cropping, maybe, or not cropping, composition. So usually for something like this, I would shrink the, or like move the canvas around. So all this area behind the umbrella is not needed, like it's all empty space. You want people to focus on the character, so at least like have her on this, like, what do you call this, the upper section here, corner. We don't need this much space, so that might be something we can do. So composition, number 2. Number 3 is there's a couple of stuff that you can do for drawing. So I like the character, but you got a couple of mistakes. Very easy to fix, but this is very annoying. So the neck, you like the, what do you call it, the jaw line is way big. Like you push the neck to the back, so usually like you have under the neck attached to the back of the skull here. So yeah, unnatural. So you need the neck to be pushed to the front to support the skull. So this one is really obvious when I look at the drawing. Fingers. Now fingers are pretty tough, so you would need a what do you call it, reference to get the fingers right. They're almost there, but these are like way too long. This segment here, way too long. So it's an easy fix, but you need to pay attention to that. So we got fingers, the neck, and there's another thing that I found is the hair here. You have the hair dyed in red. The problem with that is I thought that it's a mistake and that you forgot to color the hair. Then I realized that it's part of the design because you have this segment here in the back. So a way to fix it is actually to extend the red somewhere here. You need to show that it's part of the design and it's not a mistake. So maybe some more like red stuff. Maybe here, this would be nice, right? Something like this. So it's just like how you design the character. So I think here maybe like drawing. Mistakes, and then number 4 is design. So I mean, it's up to you. This is maybe extra, but since you're doing like sci-fi, this is very, I mean, it's kind of like okay, but it's a bad design. Like I don't see the appeal to it. I mean, it's sci-fi, it's your original character, you can go crazy with it. Like look at how the umbrella is designed in Death Stranding. So you can come up with so many crazy ideas. Maybe they don't need umbrella, maybe it's just like a force shield or something. So think about it, like it's high tech, but they're still using the same arms for the umbrella, so it's kind of I mean, they're not even like fully extended, so like, if you attach these, like it's kind of weird, right? So I'm not sure like why it's not fully open, or so stuff like this makes you wonder, is it part of the design? Is it a mistake from drawing? Like, maybe you don't understand how this thing functions, so you just wanted to do it quick and move on. So I mean, smaller details like this can like bring the quality of the artwork. So don't avoid them, like you have to do the hard work. So we go with design. Oh yeah, I didn't mention the tiers. So yeah, you need I think we can go with like reference number 5, ref. So for everything you have, grab a reference. Even if you think you know how to draw it, just grab a reference and just double check. So you can look up online for like Google image crying and see how the tears are gonna be rendered. If you don't know how to translate that from like a picture to a comic style, then I would suggest maybe look at comics and manga and see how they made characters cry there and try to copy that. Usually the like goes from here, like the corner of the eye where the tears come from, right? Like this is way over. This is way over. It's very comical, yeah, exaggerated. So yeah, these are the points I see. We can do maybe number 6. I know. I mean, when I see potential, I try to push it, right? So number 6 is rendering. NG, sorry. So rendering, this is part of the reference as well. So you need to either look up some videos on YouTube on how to render basic shapes. That's number 1, because I see that you understand a little bit but not fully. And for example here, it's very flat. So it shows that maybe you understand that light should be hitting this area here, but you don't know what shape this thing is, so you're not sure where to render. Same thing on her face. You're treating it as like a 2D plane, like here and here. Feels like you applied drop shadow filter on your line art, especially here as well. So by grabbing a reference, you can go to Daz 3D. It's a free software. Just pose the character in the same position, place the camera here, and apply 2 lights. You need one coming from the umbrella and the other one natural light coming from the sun, I guess, or I'm not sure like what time of day this is in. So maybe a natural light coming from this direction, and that's it. Use that as your reference, and you will notice immediately how easy it's gonna be just to look at the reference and grab shadows and light and where they should be. So yeah, these are like my 6 points. And now we can maybe try and fix a couple of those stuff. Let's try just like, I'm not gonna paint over the whole thing, because I don't feel that usually I'm like afraid to do a lot and like destroy the whole style, because each artist is different. So I want to bring my style to whatever you're doing here. I can render this like the semi-realistically, but that's gonna destroy the look you're going for. So let's check this here. So I'm trying to select just to separate the character from the background. Alright, so now, so just an easy trick here, trying to find, so maybe we can use this one. I'm looking at some of the images. Alright, so I found this one, very super low res, but whatever, right? I'm gonna grab this here. And then we can go blur, box blur. You can do match colors, I guess, if you want to. And add a little bit of blue. Go to soft brush. Yeah, this area we don't need. Oops, sorry. Trying to frame the character this way, like adding shadows in the back. We need like an easy way to do the rain. Okay, maybe we can add. So I'm trying to think of how to do this as a live kind of. I'm just trying to add a little bit more variety. Color. So this is another layer set to overlay, just to add a little bit more color. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, I forgot to select the hands here. Copy. We need this finger here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, much better. Let's bring the saturation down a little bit. Now to add the rain, now we can like just Google PNG rain and see what we can do with that. Let's go rain PNG. Yep, we can use this one. All right, here we go. Go with lighten and then do maybe we can color it a little bit. Nothing is changing. To lighten screen. Yeah, maybe screen is better. And I think we can go with shadow. Something is not right. Okay. Okay, maybe we can do filter, blur, motion blur. Wait. Okay, okay. I think I had some weird selection going on. Alright, let's color the rain a little bit and add motion blur. I think this is too much. We can maybe go with gradient, press Q, and then make a selection. And then maybe we can add something like this, maybe. Then add a mask. Try to mask a little bit of it here and there. Okay, it doesn't need to be this strong. Something like this. Alright, next. Need to fix the colors on the character. So let's go back to our. So yeah, this is number 6. So we're talking about rendering. The problem with the colors you have is that they're monochromatic, meaning that you're only using the same color, and then there's you're adding black to the color or white to the color, and it's very ugly when you do that. Especially here, like you have the face pink, then pink, You can see it here on the spectrum either. Like this is gray, then light is light. So you're just moving here on this spectrum here. Either like you're adding black or you're adding white. Then goes to the like red here. So you got red here for the umbrella. And then you're adding black or you're adding white. So you're not even changing colors. It's just the same color with the same. You're just adding black or white, and it like just kills color, make them muddy and dirty. So to change that, we can do a little bit of color balance. So this is Control B for the color balance. So go with something from the background. Added a little bit of blue, and we can even do something like this. Control U for the hue saturation. You go for red. So now we can change the red color. Then we can do selective color, and we can go with red as well. And so kind of like a cheating way to cheat is to, so I'm trying to think of, like, I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but we can try. So we can select the umbrella, and so actually we can select the whole umbrella. And let's separate it from the character. Let's bring it to the back and add now colors to it. So new layer is let's go with yeah, let's go with kind of like pink. Double click the layer, you will get the layer style. And so in the layer style, you can move the underlying. So this will hide the color from the dark to light. What we need to do is find like a midway, something in between, like this. Yeah, and then we can go and make this overlay. Then we can make it darker. Alright, so this adds a little bit more color to it. It's really saturated. Then we add the new layer, and we kind of add the light. And this one, I think this is too much, so let's make it. Alright, something like this. I'm not sure really what's the area that is actually giving out the light. I'm gonna go with this here. Something like this. And trying to think, we go with like black and white. Maybe we can make this actually darker. Okay. I'm just trying to think of the silhouette. I don't want the edge of the umbrella to be as dark, or like on the same level as the background. So this darker, make this color burn. Make sure that character is separated. Alright. Okay, now we can fix maybe the character a little bit. So I'm gonna paint here, but for you, you can use whatever. You can continue with the same style, but it is much faster for me to do it this way. Just fixing the neck. There are a couple of stuff that can be fixed. Go with filter, liquify. So we need more space for the Joe. The Joe is... I think this whole area is like kinda... I don't know what you did, but look at the eyebrow. How big is that? The eye. Everything is kind of moving towards the care ear for some reason. Okay. Nose. Other eyebrows. Okay. Okay, so I mean reference would be very helpful here. Maybe this is too much. Let's go back to liquify. Alright. Alright, so we need to get rid of these here. Definitely. And then we need to render the face. So if there is a light coming from the umbrella, we need to introduce more colors to her skin. She's very pale. Maybe a little bit more red. But this area here is very tricky. Like I won't be able to render it without her reference. Where the light is gonna be. Yeah, always use a reference for these. Alright, for the shadow, always select whatever like base color you have for the skin, and then add a little bit more purple. Let's go with a little bit more red. Always avoid adding gray and black. Always go with like your safest bet is gonna be bluish color. All right, let's continue. Had to pause to make sure that everything is being recorded. Alright, so we'll get some light here as well, I'm guessing at this point. So if you have two light sources, we will have another one coming from this direction, from the top. So we'll have more shadow here. Go with my smudge tool. So this shadow here, I'm not sure what is that. Remove it. Let's give her more makeup. This is up to you how much makeup you want to add, but something like this. Yeah, she's like 0 makeup, so I'm not sure why you decided to go with that. I mean, even if it's something that I'm not sure what they like call it. Adding makeup that doesn't really show. Yeah, let's add a little bit of color to the lips. Okay, upper lip is gonna be darker. It is too much. Look, sometimes I destroy the original artwork. Just happens, yeah. Happened to me a couple of times on stream as well. I'm giving like live critiques. Oh, okay, this is the problem. Alright, let's expand this here. We'll have more shadows. But just the anatomy of the face of the head. That's why reference is critical. And so we need to do the same for the other side. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure why you picked, like, added all that shadow on the other side. Now I'm coloring a little bit on the background as well. Don't do that. Don't color everything on one layer at this point. It's easier for what I'm doing right now. Yeah, let's add maybe a little bit more. What you need to focus on is so this here, like the ball of the nose, you need this to be sharp. Alright, something like this. Add more this. So what do we have here? Can add, actually, maybe make her nose a little bit more red. I mean, she's crying, right? Add a little bit more color. A little bit, right? Though I like the pale skin. It works. But that's the problem with pale skin. There's a lot of colors happening underneath. A lot of blues, a lot of greens, so it's not easy to render pale skin. And let's do this as well. So the corner of the eye can add a little bit more blue. It's just the way it is, right? And the corner of the nose as well. This is just the rule, yeah? You do it, looks good on every character. Okay, go back here. Alright, not bad. Not bad. So the face is the focal point, so you need to spend more time on the face. You have this hair over here. Needs to be have a little bit more movement to it. Okay, now so the eyes, like, understand. Yeah, maybe we need to add a little bit more, like this. Yeah, it's not like this. Alright, now to fix this area here, you need to grab the lightest color you have. Okay, so the nose is very tricky. Rendering the nose is very tricky because you're trying to avoid to draw the nose. You're trying to show that it's on a like a 3D object. Maybe we can. Yes. Let's add a little bit of reflection here. Okay, corner of the mouth. Also blue. Not blue, but it catches light. That's what I mean. So let's go back. So I'm flipping the canvas a lot easier to check for mistakes this way. Okay, let's redraw this here. Where I destroyed the mouth. Okay. Not bad. It's okay. It is okay. So remember, the head is a sphere, so we have light coming from this direction, then this area here on top is gonna be the lightest. Gonna light from here, and then it's gonna be darker as we go down. Let's flip again. I'm trying to smudge as well, trying to blend colors. Alright, let's go with the plan I had. So sorry I'm changing our design, but it's up to you if you want to adopt this idea. Do this. I'm not sure why you made one horn shorter than the other one. And go with this. Sorry I'm focusing a lot on the face, but it is the most important part in this image. So we need to make this area a lot darker here. Same goes here as well, just to illustrate the edge, the face. Something like this. Eyebrows, I mean, almost got them right. Of course, I'm not gonna spend 2 hours rendering the face, but yeah. What else? Alright, fingers. I mean, the easiest thing that I can think of is actually if you do this. You don't want to use DAS. The easiest thing is either look online for reference. You can't find, take a picture of your own hand. You need to draw them better. I can't help with that. Rendering is one part, but you really need to draw them better. You're spending like either like equal amount of time as you spent on the face, because they are very important. Okay, another thing I forgot to mention, the thing she's wearing needs to be like, this is the center of the character, so this here needs to be the center of whatever she's. The drawing you had felt like she's Kinda like rotated to the side for some reason. We got this here. I think since it's raining, then maybe some of her like, hair is stuck to her face. That's why it's important to look up some references. They give you ideas. It's windy, so yeah, maybe we should go with like a different hairstyle. Sorry, I'm butchering the drawing, but I mean, yeah, maybe like a different, rain. More chaotic, windy storm. Since it's raining, so the hair should be like wet as well. I'm not that good with reflections. Honestly, I would spend more time looking references online, just copy them. But I guess like for wet hair, it's gonna be more like this, like darker, because wet, then sharp reflections as well. Yeah, something like this, maybe. Now for the rest of the body, you need to follow the same rule. Like if you have, just need to make sure that all of the body kind of follow the same kind of light direction. That's the most important thing. Especially this area here. Because this is not your main light source, this is just a rim light. So focus on the other light coming from this direction, from the top, or whatever, like wherever you want to place the main light. If it's the sun or something else. I would go then and go with this brush. Add some rim light here. Maybe this is too much. I've been doing a lot of sci-fi stuff. Lots of rim light. Yeah, maybe this is too much, but you get the idea. Trying to think of something else to add. Yeah, maybe let's fix the umbrella and add more stuff to it. Let's try with... Let me see, maybe this one here. I'm just experimenting at this point. Not sure if this would work. Wait, we need blur, motion blur. I mean, yeah. It's okay, right? Select the umbrella and just erase whatever inside the umbrella. Something like this. Maybe we can either go with... I haven't really experimented with the texture brushes, so I'm sure like there's better stuff mean, got the idea. Try with a little bit more contrast to the character. Something like this. Now for final touch, go with grabbing some images here. This thing, go city, architecture, Japan, Tokyo. There's Tokyo, night, Tokyo at night. I think this would do. So let's grab this here. This will do. Small section here. Go back. Let's go with color dodge. There you go. Let's do blur, shape blur. 10, 15, 20. Yeah, okay. Go with linear dodge. Always better. I mean, yeah, maybe she's in this city somewhere. Graveyard in the city. I would also add another layer on top. Go with soft brush. Go with screen. A bit darker. Grab the same brush. The selective color, and let's try and unify the overall look. Something like this. Global. This is before and after. Now you can spend definitely a lot more time refining it, but because you have like this comic style, what you need to do is just focus on your rendering. Try to understand. You need to do, I think, more portrait paintings, and you need to do color studies from still life or photos. That would help you a lot. Yeah, we forgot actually the tears. I have no idea how to do the tears. I'm no expert. Let's try. Strong. Of course. Grab the wrong tool. They have a little bit of shadow. Oops. Let's fix this here. A bit annoying. Yeah, maybe it's something like this. Not sure. Does she look crying? Maybe. Anyway, so yeah, that's the paint over. I think it's almost 40 minutes, 1 hour. I don't know, but yeah. Overall, you have a good start. I hope these points are useful. And guys, if you want to get your artwork critiqued, join Patreon and submit your artwork. I think next month, same day, I'm gonna prepare another critique video, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be this long, but yeah, I'll try to maybe do the paint over and then speed up the video. But yeah, this is like a raw capture real time. So I hope this was helpful, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next month.